All right, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to my video blog for the Sroka team. I'm here to give you guys some money-saving tips on what we do to help our clients here in the market here in 2013. So a lot of people will ask me, as a seller in the market, how these interest rates going to affect me and what should I do to be proactive. And I can tell you right now that, as a seller, you might not be buying another property, but it's going to be a direct effect for you on the people that are actually looking to purchase right now. So if you're interested in basically putting a house up on the market, you're going to want to time it right now or soon, because that's going to really dictate the amount of activity you're going to get on the house. Um, with less interest rates equals more buyers out there looking to lock in and potentially end up being more money for you as a seller. So what I recommend for a seller, and people ask me this all the time when I go out on listing appointments or I want to get my house up on the market, what should we do? And I have a little list of the four most common things that actually help people get their house ready to get on the market. I think first of all, one of the most important things is to go through your house, do an inspection on the property, whether you have a contractor or you hire an inspector to come through. Because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, the house is probably going to get inspected by the new buyer anyway. So if you do it ahead of time, you'll be a little bit more proactive. That way, when they do have an inspection, you will not be surprised by what comes out of it. And to add to that, even a lot of townships, depending on where you live, have a health and safety inspection, different boroughs. They call it use and occupancy. So it's good to know what your township's going to require for you in order to transfer the property to a new buyer. That's the first thing. The second most important thing right now, or the second most important tip that people are asking me to get their house ready, is to declutter. The old adage still stands true: less is more. So what people feel that they can envision their belongings in your home, it'll give them more sense of ownership, more sense of belonging to the property, because they can envision their own personal belongings into a property that you have. So if you're not using something, I always recommend put it away. If you're going to move anyway, a lot of stuff, now's the time to throw out stuff that you're not going to use, but decluttering is going to be important. And along that, a side note is obviously you want to keep the house as clean as possible for showings. Anything, air fresheners, anything like that, that's going to make the house look, smell, be fresh. They're the types of things that these buyers look for, because there's a good amount of activity out there on the market, a lot of stuff to choose from. So people are going to be looking competitively when they come out to look at your property. Third thing that I found is curb appeal. With all the information out there on the internet right now, people are going to look at your house online. They're going to drive past. They're going to drive around the block, take a look at everything. So they're going to take a look at your house from the outside, probably before they ever schedule an appointment to go in. So what I recommend is when people are driving past, as a seller, anything you can do for curb appeal, shutters, front door, anything kind of peeling paint, obviously raking leaves, cutting grass, any type of landscaping. Those little things can actually add a lot of value when it comes to showing, and generally don't cost a lot of money. But if you can get that first impression when someone's either driving past or walking up to the front door, you're going to be one step ahead of the game. And the fourth thing I always tell people to do is if you do any type of staging, a lot of times if you have a bigger home that's nice and it's completely vacant, a lot of times you can put some furniture in there, kind of get an idea of what the rooms can be used for, especially if it's a little bit different layout. Or like I said, if it's a bigger home, a lot of times there's companies that will actually be able to stage the property for you. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't realize, but that can make it a big difference. Now, if you have a smaller home, obviously you do what you can. But anytime you have a real big home and it's vacant, or you want to leave some stuff in there, it'll definitely help with the showings for sure. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video blog. I try to make sure that we give you really good, useful information and tips that are actually going to save you money, whether you're buying or selling. I just want to make sure that I'm not flooding you with useless information. Everything that I try to share with the public here is going to actually be able to help you guys in the long run. So if you need anything at all, any questions about the real estate market, anything myself or my team can do to help you guys, please feel free to give me a call. My direct line is 484-531-5844. msroka, S-R-O-K-A, at cbpref.com. will also come right to my email. And as always, I want to thank everybody for watching. Stay tuned for our next video blog.